3, go.
Too late.
Okay, so we're starting our unit on exploring ecosystems, and my first question to you guys is going to be, what do you think ecosystems means? Angel?
Echo.
Echo? Okay, you think it involves echoes. Alana?
I think it means where the where a place is where animals live, like what's the word I'm looking for? Starts with a B.
Okay, biome.
Yeah.
Catherine? Nick?
Ecosystems mean fresh environment.
A fresh environment. Okay, those are all really good definitions. Now, when I put up these 3 places, a city, a forest, an aquarium, which ones of those do you think are ecosystems? Meadow?
I think a forest is an ecosystem.
A forest is an ecosystem. Brooke?
A forest.
Forest also. Allison?
Forest.
Forest. Anybody think maybe one of the other ones might be an ecosystem? Paige?
City.
City?
Aquarium.
Aquarium? Greg?
The aquarium, can I say why?
Quickly, yes.
I think an aquarium because animals are there, but they aren't like wild animals, and also they're providing food, because in ecosystems like a forest, they'd have to earn their food by trying to work.
Okay, so you think it depends on whether or not we're providing them the food. Okay, well the answer is that all 3 of those are actually examples of ecosystems: forests, cities, and aquariums. So here are some things about ecosystems. They can be large or small. So in the case of the aquarium, you're looking at a smaller ecosystem. In the case of a forest or a city, you're looking at more of a larger. Okay? They may include humans, but it doesn't have to include humans. Okay? So we may be a factor, we may not. They're often described by the major plants that are found within them. So in the case of the forest, that's how we describe that ecosystem, is by the forest, by the big trees. Can you think of another ecosystem that's usually described by the type of plants?
The ocean.
The ocean is one. What else? Ben?
The desert.
Desert is another one. Greg?
A swamp.
A swamp. Hannah?
The jungle or the woods.
Jungle or woods. Those are all types of ecosystems. Okay. They're defined by the community of organisms that are within them. So that's the types of plants and animals that you find, right? But they're also defined by the abiotic factors, and this is going to be one of our vocabulary words. These are the non-living parts of the ecosystem. Okay, what are some non-living parts of an ecosystem? Some examples. May?
Dirt.
Dirt is one.
Rocks.
Rocks is another one. Greg?
Technology, because like it will like a tire.
Okay. Ben?
Sand.
Sand and dirt. Okay. What might it mean to look at an ecosystem as a system? What do you think the system part of ecosystem means? Catherine?
The food chain.
The food chain. Okay. That's a little bit ahead of where we're going, but that's the direction we're headed. Allison?
Nature.
Okay. Nature, but how is nature working together in an ecosystem? You want to think about that? Brooke? Yeah, you guys are absolutely on the right track with that. So this is the official definition of an ecosystem. It's an integrated system of biotic, which is the living part, and abiotic factors or components and their processes. Okay? So now we are going to look at this picture of an ecosystem, and I want you guys to name some of the things that you see, some of the components and processes of this ecosystem. Wyatt?
A deer.
The deer. Greg, what do you see?
I see snow.
Snow. Angel? That's what you wanted to say. Paige?
Mountains.
Mountains. Nick?
Grass.
Grass. Meadow?
The sky.
The sky. What part of the sky do you think is a factor in the ecosystem? what part of the sky do you think plays a part?
It brings the sun.
Okay, the sun. That's a very, very important point. May?
It allows birds to fly.
It allows birds to fly. Alana?
Trees.
Emily?
Rain.
Rain. Okay, so the weather. So these were some of the things that I came up with, many of which you guys have already said.
I was gonna say
Air.
Okay, so some of the biotic factors that are a part of this Yellowstone Wilderness area are the deer, the trees, the plants, the bushes, the grass. The abiotic or non-living features, rocks, mountains, air, soil, and temperature, which factors in like the weather, like Emily mentioned. So life requires energy to exist. And May, I want to go back to what you said before. What is the source of energy in this ecosystem that I just showed you? Dirt. Brooke?
the sun.
The sun. So the sun is the main source of energy in that ecosystem. I'm just going to bring all this up. What's too far? So here's the flow of energy, which is the food chain. Okay? It all starts with the sun, right? And then we have a food chain showing how the deer, so the plants, the green plants are what started all, right? And they're the ones who can take chemical energy from the sun and convert it into food. And then the deer eats the plants, right? And that's how they get food. And then the deer might eat, what do you think the deer eats? Wyatt?
Plants and green. Plants and green.
Let me go back one. So here are the questions. How do the interactions of these different organisms contribute to the energy flow within the system? What kinds of living things can use the energy of the sun to make their own food? How do other types of organisms obtain their energy? And what happens to the matter of organisms after they die? What happens when they die? How does that kind of feed into the food chain? Meadow?
Oh, the organisms that died, they turn into soil so that more things can grow.
Yes, exactly.
And that
Great.
feeds the other organisms, and then it goes back around.
Yep.
Go back. There's one of these things in the there's one of how they can make their own food from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I think I learned this in like 5th or 4th grade.
Yeah, do you remember what that's called?
Photosynthesis.
Exactly.
And what happens is that it goes to the plants, makes it up, it makes, I think they turn its energy of sugar. And then what happens is that it keeps the sugar or energy in there, and then it holds it, and then the animal, like the deer, would eat, contain it, and get that
Exactly.
energy, and then it would go on.
Yep, exactly. So that's what I was trying to say before I forgot where I had the words for this slide. But the plants are the only type of organism that convert the energy from the sun into chemical energy, which is photosynthesis. Then the other organisms must obtain their chemical energy by eating other organisms. Some organisms obtain their chemical energy by eating the remains of dead plants and animals, which contributes to the recycling